about this story. This is territory where niggas be like, "Oh, bro, you lying, bro, you cat, bro. That they don't do that. They don't happen. All they do is they know how to cheat. They know how to finesse you for your money, and then they know how to be on Instagram all day swiping on Tinder. See, they don't even know this other side of the game exists. It's so far beyond their normal experience. They won't even accept it. But if you're on the Patreon, then you know about the receipts. So let's keep going. So after she says the shit about I have a little sister, it wasn't anything impressive. He said that makes sense. I got one too, but damn, she ain't like that. You're very polite, slightly awkward too, which is cute. And there's more I could say, but we'll save that for another time. You know, hey, C. I get it's a C minus. Really, I know that's tough graded. I'm gonna give it a C. I'm gonna give it a C because at least for right here, there's more I could say. Could be intriguing. Do y'all see how different parts of your sentence and what you say could push in one direction or another? Where the grade gets dropped down. See, actually, I'll go C plus. You're very polite, slightly awkward too, which is cute. You noticing things, right? So I you know what, not bad. I like the very polite, but like make it mean something. Like don't just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? Make it mean something. Very polite. I like it when a woman knows how to carry herself. Like I notice these things. These show like make it mean something. It's just at face value, very simple, right? He said which is cute. That was his backup to it. He said which is cute, right? He said there's more I could say, but we'll say that for another time. Instead of but we'll say that for another time, this could have been spun different. This could have, instead of but we'll say that for another time, chat, it could be a whole nother sentence here. And before I just give it to y'all, instead of, I like there's more I could say. I like that. But instead of but we'll save it for another time, how could you have been more intriguing, chat? To follow up after that, how could you have been more intriguing? So if you're going to compliment, at least go back and tell how that matters personally towards you. Right, because you could give one compliment instead of 5, and that one has a bigger impact than all 5 of them that you gave. You could compliment her on one thing, and the compliment have so much substance to it, or the reason you mentioned it impacts her in such a way that you could have gave her 50 compliments, and that one thing you said to her, she been thinking about it all week. It made her month. She writes about it in her journal that night or that day. She goes, looks at herself in the mirror and thinks about what you said to her and how you made her feel. Because of that one thing, that one way you compliment her. Oh, but y'all ain't trying to hear me though. Y'all ain't trying to hear me though. Let me see. Another time is uncertain. Be specific like Friday. That's not intriguing yet. That's not intriguing. But that would be too much for you to handle this early. It sounds like a bluff. Come on, keep cooking, chat. Keep cooking. I save it for when I see you in person. Gives time and date. I don't mind that because at least it's leading to somewhere. Don't mind that. But if we're going for more intriguing, come on now. Come on, keep cooking. I'm gonna let like 2-3 more cooks go in before I say I add my twist on this or different options that you could have went. Come on, chat. I'll let show yourself. You didn't type that sentence correctly. Tell her the another time so she looks forward to it. Not necessarily, but I don't think you're ready. I don't know. There's that I find very unique, but there's more I could say that I find no. How about like I said, I'm not even gonna go off anything I've said before, so I'm really forcing myself to just generate shit. There's more I could say, but I'd rather save it for when we're actually looking at each other and we're having this conversation. Because now I'm giving her that vision of like the intimacy of a in-person conversation, eye contact, for when I look at you when I say this. I might even say this in the voice message, so now she can hear my voice when I say it. Right? Now listen, these are just different elements I'm adding her to react to, that add to the impact. But let's say we focus only on the text. Let's say he didn't even intrigue on that level, right? Right, this is what I mean by painting a picture. Or let's say I don't even take that leading into the in-person thing. Let's say, okay, there's more I could say, but I'm curious to see what you'll show me the more time we spend together. That I don't even like that, but I don't like that. I like more what I said first, but I don't like that. But the only reason I would like that because then maybe after that she says yes, something about how we spend time together and that when we talk about a lot when we see each other, like maybe like I could even that could lead somewhere. So I don't hate it, but I like the intriguing. I like the picture and the anticipation of the first thing I said more. But the second one's not terrible. I'll give it like a B. I'll leave it for the length. Right, you could go any which way. Now, guess what? Based on what he says, I don't know. I felt bad she missed her older sister, so the least I could do was be nice. Because my little, like, we talking about little sisters and shit, gang. You're talking about the high five, aren't you? So he skipped the screen. He skipped the part. You're talking about the high five, aren't you? Anyway, there's a lot to me. I feel like I should be honest. I'm still recovering from my breakup, and I'm still very much attached to my ex emotionally. I don't know how long the healing process will be, but I don't want you to think I'm stringing you along. Why would he love this message? Jesus Christ. Then he said maybe. He said that's fine. I like the honesty. As long as you're comfortable, you still owe me a lunch/dinner date. We're going I mean, sure, if you're comfortable with what I told you. Hold on, listen. What do y'all see here? And this will test your power level. We talked about this. What should y'all see here? What do y'all see here? And I'm looking for these answers because this will tell me a lot. Nope. I hate all the answers I'm seeing. Not terribly wrong, but y'all need to see something very specifically. No. This is an opportunity. No, step back. Read the room. I'm telling y'all. Okay, this might be hard for y'all. Because, okay, you know what? This wasn't fair of me to test y'all with that. This wasn't fair to me. Do y'all know there are certain situations? I got to give y'all some context. Because, like I said, I have the experience to know and recognize these things. But if you don't have this experience, you can't look back and see what I'm seeing right now. This is a situation where you're her friend. Not because you're pretending to be her friend, but because she can't handle a relationship right now, right? So on the surface, you're in the friend zone, right? You're her friend. Y'all not leading into a relationship. She told you she still is emotionally invested into her ex, whatever. So you're her on the surface, you're her friend. But in reality, she's emotionally stuck on her ex, but sexually with you. Spending time with you. Still starting to fall for you. Starting to think about you. You're not even her side. Because you're not taking that role. Because it ain't about, like, listen. Y'all gotta see it, bro. Y'all got, and I know because I know. Just let's not even get specific. I know because I know. So on the surface, it's like, you know why I see that? Because if you read between the lines, all of this, a woman who is stuck on her ex is not going to ask what makes you interested in me. As a matter of fact, she might still be, what she says, she might still be a little stuck on her ex. But she opened the door for you to walk through. Which if you read between the lines, it didn't stop her from texting you. It didn't stop her from spending time with you. It didn't stop her from being interested in what makes you. It didn't stop her from doing none of that. So this is where it's like, can't be no emotional attachment and investment like that. So y'all are friends on the surface. But you need to see what you see. You need to see. You need to see it. And if you don't see it, if you don't see what I just explained, even after I just explained, if it still doesn't make sense, you gotta get your power level up, dog. You gotta get your power level up, and that's all I'm gonna say. Cause I already saw this when I already seen this from here. Come on now, and it is. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little bit devious. It does come from toxic experience. It does come, but I've seen it, chat. I'm telling you, I've been in them situations where, and I hate to even get specific because it's like I'm going back to toxic vibes. But let me just say what needs to be said. She might literally still be with her boyfriend. She might have been posting him last week, but she taking you out on dates. She just okay, or this one. Y'all just friends or whatever. Y'all flirting and y'all hanging out, and it's all up in the air vibes. But she just asked you to come over at night, or she wanted to come back into your crib, and then you ended up fucking, or she ended up sucking your dick or something like that. But y'all friends. I'm not gonna get super toxic and federal with details. But this is what starts it all. This would be what it is. And the average dude going to see, damn it, she's stuck on her ex. Damn it, I'm rejected. But a motherfucker going to see the door of opportunity. Ads running. Tough. This is what I mean when I'm saying I'm going there, bro. I'm going there. No more thorough, proper way to say it shit. You know what? I gotta call a spade, bro. It just is what it is. I gotta call these situations for what they are. And we gotta be honest about what it is and what niggas do. Now, I'm not going to name any woman in my life. I'm not going to expose this at both screenshots because I don't move like that. But it's so hard because I am a private individual, and it's so hard for y'all to get it without me using my examples or me using my screenshots or me using. But I've been able to do it without it. But I need y'all to like. Jesus, and it's not toxic. It really doesn't come from a toxic place. It comes from a no bullshit place. It comes from a I go for what I want place. It goes for what I know how to read the room place. I know how to read between the lines. I know how to have sight beyond sight, as my guy Steve calls it. Sight beyond sight. I don't see things as they're supposed to see, as they're supposed to be seen. I see things as they are. And if you see this as it is, on the surface, I mean, as you see is that you're supposed to see it. What you're supposed to see is she's stuck on her ex, so he's supposed to fall back. She rejected him, she curved him. But if you see it for what it is, she's interested, she's texting him, she was trying to talk to him. She let him know that just so he doesn't try to get heavily invested up front or tries to think that they're about to be in a relationship, but she still is attracted to him. She still is curious and interested in getting to know him and spending time with him. So he can have the benefits, but she's just not in a place to be emotionally, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. Sight beyond sight. Are we ready to move on, chat? All right, is there any questions? Let's go back. Any questions, bro, before we move on? We moving as slow as we need to move. I don't give a fuck. Any questions? Any questions? Sight beyond sight. Use the example without getting fed. I did. I literally did. I described to y'all what literally happened. This chick, I'm just taking one. Let's just take one. And just was posting her boyfriend. Just was with him. You know, we weren't super close or whatever, right? And This happened years ago, so I don't know why I said aren't, but we weren't. But we would talk whenever we would talk, just randomly, right? Randomly. And it was never a deep friendship or friend zone vibes. It just was, we flirty relationship, would talk just to talk. Like, it ain't even always just about fucking sometimes. Sometimes you just be vibing, right? But there's always that tension there. There's always, now this is something you have to understand that it's there, but I don't have to explain it. Like, sometimes you can have tension with a person, like sexual tension or a flirty tension, but y'all not, there's no title, there's no, like, direction for it. Like, okay, we're getting to know each other and we're dating. It's just that this person, it's just kind of here and there, right? And on the surface, it's like, okay, y'all just friendly, or y'all might not even hang out. Y'all might not even call each other that often. But something happens with the boyfriend, so there's this break where she's like single or whatever, and y'all start spending time together. And you could already tell that when y'all were on the phone before, now I'm trying to speak in third person, but you could already tell that when y'all were on the phone before, the way the conversation was flowing, how it went, and you set certain traps for her to expose her interest, which is another level of game that I've never even talked about. Placing traps for a woman to show you she likes you or show you she wants you. Something I've never even talked about. So you know how you've done that, so you already know you've gotten her to show her hand without even knowing you've seen her cards. That's a whole different level. I've never talked about, made a video on that ever, but it's something to talk about, right? So you know how to, so you've already known and been paying attention. Then y'all spending time together, and you already know because she stepped into the other traps that you set, right? And so y'all spend time together, and then she's leaving this air of like, what are you doing tomorrow? Or can you come over? Or I want to see you. Now this is a little bit more obvious, but it didn't start with that question. It might have started with, what are you doing after this? Which is less obvious than, can I come over? Or can you come over? It's, what are you doing after this? Or, you doing anything for the rest of the night? It's kind of late. Or, I'm getting tired. Or something like that, right? I'm not trying to get too federal in this example, but something along those lines. Lo and behold, one thing lead to another. You end up fucking. But y'all was just friends. But she just got out of a relationship. She wasn't really trying to deal with that. And, y'all cool. But you got to read between the lines, bro. So, that's where I'm not going to give to. Like I said, Patreon, bro. My neighbor just started listening to fucking J. Cole. How do you set traps? Give niggas examples. Whole other conversation. Whole other conversation. And I want to do that justice. I want to do that topic. I want to do that video justice. And that's a Patreon video game. That ain't no YouTube video. This is why Patreon is a different level of game than the regular content. It ain't even about being federal, because I can use it without using my examples and my experience. I can explain it. But I like that being a Patreon vid. So we ready? Let's move on. I need to put that in my notes. That's a good one right there. That's a real good one. I'm going to call it setting traps for attraction. When I get specific, y'all going to know what I mean. Me, my lunch dinner date, we're going my haha. I mean, sure, if you're comfortable with what I told you. I mean, if you call me your ex name by mistake, I might just hit the WWE slam me for LMAO. Y'all don't look similar in any way. Don't worry. I'm like, I trust you and don't worry about the high five. You got the right snap. It's just that was so embarrassing. Happy New Year's, my Happy New Year's. Now, do y'all see her just checking? Like, okay, if you're comfortable with that, let's go out. Y'all don't look similar in any way. Don't worry. Like, see what I'm saying? So, I guess that's the end of the screenshot. Cool, okay. She flirted in person, but it doesn't go anywhere. Well, I guess you just found out what I thought of this when I saw it. If you was watching this stream. So you better get busy, my boy. What you doing this summer, love? I'm not even sure I'm going with the flow this summer. Hopefully this summer is like last summer, but this bitch say summer one more time in this goddamn paragraph. I'm gonna lose my mind. How about you? Are you back in town? Yeah, I'm in Orlando for now. I'll come see you Sunday. Oh, really? Yes, I'll text you. You'll tell me where you at, and I'll slide. Stop. That makes me happy. Thank you. This is your best screenshot you've sent today. A plus. A plus. A fucking plus. Stop. That makes me happy. Thank you. You see, if you never talk like this, if you never lead and position yourself like this, you don't ever get to hear a sentence like this. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. You know when you get to hear this? Stop. That makes me happy. When you buy her a car. When you cash up her $1,000. When you pay her rent. When you take her to her top 5 favorite restaurants. When you pay her flight for that trip. So y'all actually, she will tell you something like this, but y'all don't get it from being assertive and turning them on and getting them giving them butterflies in their stomach. Y'all hear it from other shit. So I'm not gonna say y'all don't hear it. Y'all just yeah. She lot myself, the 1 million type person that articulate was really control the room with just their words. The thing with me, since my mindset is rare, oh my god, like why are you glazing your like ego, man? Call it what it is. I'm surrounded by polluted minds. So whenever we blame other people for being who they are. My question is, how do I separate myself from all that? I don't want to type too long because it's a deaf question. But essentially, how do I separate myself from all that? You already are. I could be in a room full of bots and not. I don't even have to be physically separate because I'm so mentally and spiritually separate that maybe they're gonna drain my energy just listening to them talk about random bullshit that I don't care about or would never concern myself with if I wasn't in this room. But I know how to influence. I don't like it. I think you wrapped up in the ego a lot and you're not even really asking the right question. But I'm gonna supersede the ego and just say, let me give you a helpful answer. Solitude. Physical, like solitude. Even when I was working a bunch of jobs, was on different sports teams, and went to a popular ass high school, I still found time to myself. So I don't want to hear no excuse like, oh, but I got my job. Oh, but I have a roommate. Oh, but so why are they influencing you more than you influence them? I thought you was the type of person who controls the room with just their words, right? Why are you describing it as if you're a victim, as if they're influencing you? Give you an example of how the bad girls in your school. Can you give me the example? Because there's a million ways I could go about that. I could say you see this girl in the hallway and you approach her and you introduce yourself and y'all start talking. I could say your friend group is talking to one of his girlfriends, like a girl that's his friend, and you come and speak to your friend, jump in their conversation. Not on some cock blocking shit. Like I literally mean like they're cool, they're friends. And then you come talk to him, introduce yourself to him, and you say something to her. And that's different from approaching, because now you just jumped into the conversation. That's not the same as approaching a woman. Then I could say, well, what if you're sitting next to this girl in the classroom, or she sits behind you, or she sits in front of you? That's a whole different lane. Then what if I say, oh, well, what if y'all got lunch together? That's a whole different lane. Then what if I say, y'all in the same club? That's a whole different lane. So you actually need to give me the example so that we can say something about it. Because I've done it all. So we can get versatile with the situation. You bring the example. You ever been to trail and fought for your life? What? All right, let's keep going, bro. Are you ditching again? Yes, we walking home together for sure. Where you at? Come to the gate. Okay, I'm coming. Where you at? Outside the gate. Unlock the door. You outside my crib? No, why? You said unlock the door. I meant to say that to my dad. Oh my god. Oh, so you got me on the daddy. I see. Bye as fuck. I can't with you. And I'm not finna be at school tomorrow because I'm leaving early. But Friday we can walk again. Am I? This is definitely kid talk, bro. Cause like, I'm about to say, am I supposed to be like this side question just full of walking? And then I bet, how much you want to bet that when they walk home, first of all, she's already leading by she already led and shot the oop by her saying, we're walking home together. So this already lets me know she's leading the interactions. Then I bet you, when he see her in school or when they walk home together, that he makes no flirting. He's awkward, conversation boring and dry. So that anytime they're walking together, she's like, when is he going to make a move? When is he going to flirt? When is he going to, like, when are we going to have a kiss goodbye? When am I, like, what the hell? So now she has to tell him, Friday we're walking home together, leading again. Y'all just waste. Now, here go another one. Let me kick it with you at lunch tomorrow, for sure. Who's your fourth? I'll come get you. It's Miss Bean. All right, we can chill. We're going to chill in the building where it's cool. But promise me one thing. Yeah, promise you won't fall in. Oh, my God. You're just so cringe, bro. Oh, my God. Do you know what I was doing in 10th grade at lunch with bitches? Do you know what I was doing on bitches' lunch breaks? Or I'll leave class to go to the bathroom? I don't give a fuck, bro. I told you, I'm not filtering shit. I'm trying to keep this away. I'm just raw and filter top. Do you know what I was doing with bitches during my lunch break? Doing auditorium morning Jones? You think I'm telling them, promise you won't fall in love? The bitch asking, she asking me, oh my God. You almost cooked something. Promise me one thing, yeah. And you said, promise you won't fall in love. Then we go to talking about other girls. Jesus Christ. Just to change the recipe a little bit. Maybe you could have said, I don't even know. This whole promise you shit, like, yeah, alright, it's kind of like charming, like some Prince Charming ass. Promise me one thing, my love. Like, I mean, I don't hate it because at least he about to throw himself an alley-oop, but the alley-oop was terrible. Promise me you won't fall. Are you serious? Or promise me one thing. Well, yeah, when I see you, you gotta wear that lipstick I love. Or if even that, because now you're talking about. Now she might say, "Why you want me to wear it?" Or of course I will, but you better use it. Or she might check. I'm telling you, when you cook with the right sentence on positioning, it intrigues her. Cause then she might ask, why you want me to wear that lipstick? The lipstick you love. Why you want me to wear that? Do you plan on kissing me? Rondo, I appreciate the 22 months.
Big Dojo.
Chat, I'm trying to tell you.
Sir.
I'm trying to tell you. I might say something like, hey, wear that lipstick I love. And then why you want me to wear it? She already knowing does he want, now I didn't even say I wanted to kiss her. It went to her mind first. Do y'all see what I'm saying? It went on her mind first. Why you want me to wear it? The kiss already popped up in my head. Now I could just say it. Or I could say, find out when I see you. Or I could say, cause I want to take it off your lips and put it on mine. But that almost sounds a little sus. Because I want to taste it. That's demon time. Because I want to see what it tastes like. Your body gotta be moving different. Your body gotta be moving different for you to get that off. These are all just different options, bro. I'm just making shit up as we go. But the positioning, you already moving to a kiss, and this nigga talking about promise you won't fall in love. And maybe she's all right. Let's cook something else, chat. I'm just throwing shit out there. I'm trying to tell y'all how. I'm just giving y'all different examples because I think that when I show y'all different mouthpiece examples, it helps y'all understand. So let's say he said, "Promise you won't wear the lipstick I love, or whatever, right?" I'm just trying to cook what he already put on the table, and then she says, "Why?" or "Why you want me to wear that?" Because I'm curious to see if it tastes how I imagine it will, or I want to. I don't fucking, bro, like anything could lead to, and then she might say, How are you gonna taste it? Or bro, she could play even dumber. Then she can say, or that's what I'm saying. It could go two ways. You might get the success early. So when I say, even when I say the sentence, promise you gonna wear the lipstick that I love, she might say, as long as I get to put it on you, like that would be a surprise. Like, damn, the bitch caught the alley oop and took it from me and dunked it herself. Or she might even say something like, after I say why, and then I say I want to see what it tastes like. Then she might say something like, oh, like it just might get super direct after that. I don't fucking know. That's where it just goes to where it goes. But y'all gotta understand how when you say one thing over another, you position for the reply you want to get out of her. This goes back to knowing 10 steps ahead and knowing the right doors. Exactly. All right, now chat, is this making sense before we move on? Any questions, bro? Do we got any questions, bro? And again, if you listening to any of these examples I use, even from earlier with the first screenshots, and you like, bro, I've never said that in my life. I'm not even the kind of guy that says that. I'm not even. So imagine the experiences you aren't seeing, or the experiences you're not giving her, that I create in women or with women on a in women. I kind of skipped a couple steps there. With women on a consistent basis. You gotta be able to walk on the other side of the grass, brother. We just want. Do we even want this? Tends to happen a lot. Like now, it's like we cocky instead of seductive or some other shit. Now it's like you trying to glow. See, you know when she messing with you, she already in her mind like this dude is Mr. Bitches. He too goddamn smooth. I know he said this to another woman. I know he got 10 women that he talked to like this. She already thinking this. I don't even have to say no shit like, oh, you won't fall in love. Promise you won't fall in love. All these women love me. I promise that all these women be. I ain't gotta say no shit like that. She already probably assumed it. Even if I'm not messing with other women, she like, oh, I just know how I ain't the only one he said this to. This is what they do. Let's go. Tends to happen a lot. With other girls that, hey, I can't control their feelings. I don't know why you think I catch feelings that fast. You'd be surprised. Damn. So, chat, do you see how the difference between the mouthpiece? We go back to this message right here. My position in now, at least we talking, when he see her tomorrow or at lunch or whatever, she already excited and anticipating and anxious and nervous because she like, oh my God, he wanted me to wear the lipstick. I wonder why. Or, oh my God, he wanted me to wear the lipstick so we can kiss each other. We're finally kissing each other. So now he go from this final kiss and all that. He at least a step closer to doing other shit. At least if that's what he want. But he went to damn with laughing emojis and they just gonna see each other and have more awkward conversations and boring interactions. Jesus Christ. Do y'all see it? This is what really makes the game fun. It does. It does, brother. Check the brand fuse box. Brother, this was for Patreon. This was the DMs, bro. Niggas trying to get in here and sell promo. Sick of these niggas.
Doesn't matter if you 15, my nigga. I like young girls. I like them 15.
Why do niggas try to get in my DM and like try to be funny? I know this shit advice is effective because your ability to use Socratic questioning. Any tips on improving this? I don't know. Something I do, bro. I really don't know. It's just how I think. Alright, so I'm trying to get the people who never had a DM response the chance. I'm trying to give you a chance. I'm gonna do one more DM, and I want it to be somebody that has never went before, or we can just go back to the other responses. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm gonna get on the game at 11, and I wanted to react to videos, at least 2. We probably can get like 2 reactions in before 11, before I hop on the game with my homies. So we got like another hour. We could do DMs. We could do DMs for another hour, and then save the stream for another reactions for another stream. Like it's up to y'all how y'all want to spin it. But I just know at 11 we probably gonna hop on the game. It might end up having like 11:30 or 11:15. Who knows? Plugs need to get on this. Everything for today is up for grabs, bro. I didn't react to nothing or say nothing that I wanted. I didn't even really think about anything I said today. So imagine when I really turn this into a YouTube video, put some notes together, think about the examples I'm going to use that make sense. Oh, this shit gonna hit, boy. Just wait. I'll be back, chat.